There you are. Hey, Jam, what's going on? How are you? Hold on, let me post these things and then we can carry on. I've already sent that tweet. Well, so let me send it again. I'll just change one letter and then I'll tweet it again. How about that? No, you didn't miss me earlier, I promise. I was in a bad mood and I got in a worse mood really, really quick. And then the game detected that I was in a bad mood and it said, "Oh yeah? Watch this." Proceeded to just... Oh, man. You know what? I don't even want to talk about it. So, yeah, you didn't miss anything. All I did was... ran around a little bit with Deacon, and we didn't do anything. Set up Mbila on some random, irrelevant building and came back. And tried to catch Tinker Tom's little cutscene with that dude where he gives him the gun that blows up in his face. Yeah, if you were here and you left early, you missed nothing. Yeah, I was trying to come in here and, like, Tinker Tom has this little cutscene. He's giving this dude this gun and he says, "Be real careful with it." And the guy's like, "Is it safe?" And he's like, "Well, the math is good." And then the gun blows up in his face and almost kills him. And Tinker Tom's like, "Well, shit." It's really funny. And I was trying to catch it. It wouldn't let me because I was getting raped by this dude right here. Had that dude testing the gun. But that dude that comes and bothers you every time you walk in the door, every single time you walk in the door, wouldn't leave me alone. He kept raping me by conversation and turning my character away while I was trying to watch this thing. This dickhole over here. You should be allowed to kill Drummer Boy. You should be allowed to. He's an enemy to humanity. He really is. He really, really is. Let me talk to Pam.
Pam.
Recalibrating using new data set.
Okay, I can't do anything with Pam until we go check on the safe house. So, you know what? That's what we're going to do right now. Where is it sending me? Where the hell is that? I don't even know where that is. I'm not even gonna lie. I have no idea where that is. I hope I don't die fast traveling here. If I die, it's not my fault. It's totally not my fault. You know, I notice that most of the time when I'm up and I'm not busy and I try to stream early, I probably just ought not do that. Somebody hit me and went. So I think if you leave these scavengers alone, they should leave you alone. That's what I think. Oh, they are leaving me alone, I guess. Yeah, they're not attacking on sight. You know what? I think the scavengers are just like either if you're in their space, period, or if you just like look at them for too long or something, then they get hostile. They used to do that in Fallout 3 too. Like there was this one dude that was always, remember in Fallout 3, that dude that was guarding the that refrigerator full of purified water? Remember? It was just a random spawn. It'd be this refrigerator with this one dude, or it'd be a robot laying on the ground, and this dude, he was a scavenger, and if you stood in his space for more than like 5 seconds, he'd attack you. If you went to mess with the robot, he'd attack you. But you could talk to him, and as long as you walked off and turned your back and left, he was cool. But if you showed any interest in his scrap, he would go off on you. Remember that? I think the scavengers were supposed to be like that here. Although too often they just attack me on sight anyway. But not always. Sometimes they're cool. I've had them with the red name, you know, like they're hostile and they're friendly. And you can talk to them and they'll say like, what's up? You know, and that's it. And then I've had them with yellow names thinking they're cool, and then they immediately turn red and just go, I don't know. It's sometimey. It's not consistent for whatever reason. Maybe they intended it that way too. Or maybe they just really didn't care and just kind of put them in the game just as random spawns, and that's that. I don't know. An awful cold. Oh, no. See, I feel bad for you there. I cannot stand a fucking cold. Hate it. Hate it. Rather have the flu than the cold, to be honest. Oh, I know. There's a mailbox over here, right? Yeah, just sitting here. Once I've done this robot thing, I don't usually bother. But I love how the guy wants to seat you, and then he wants to kill you and chop you up and serve you for dinner to yourself, right? And then you've got the guy in the coffee shop who's got a fault in his programming, and he offers to serve you coffee at what is it? 100 degrees, and he blows the whole place up because he tries to make you a cup of coffee that's something like 10 million degrees Fahrenheit. That's pretty funny. The way he says it, here's your coffee, 100 degrees. That's probably the hardest I ever laughed in this game. That robot right there, that was what they did here. This is the only place in Fallout 4 that I ever really thought was Fallout-ish. Now, I like the Far Harbor DLC, but just in the vanilla game, this place right here is, at least, if not the only, one of the only Fallout-type places. What's going on with all the robots and them trying to make them completely self-sufficient. And the robots, of course, go ballistic and kill everybody and go homicidal and shit, but it's got that Fallout story behind it, you know? This place is definitely cool like that. I don't know why they sent me all the way up here for a safe house though. Clear hostiles at University Point. Yeah. Okay, this is probably the closest. Might as well do that now. You know, this is a pretty hostile damn area, man. Is this the building with that asshole with the 2 dogs? Yes, it is. Chug. Oh, Ruby. She's a boss. Literally. You know how many times I've been sniped by this asshole? Dando? Yeah. If he left you alone walking by, it'd be cool. He aggroes if you... With a shotgun, he probably wouldn't have sniped me. But yeah, he'll even sit here, and if he sees you coming from anywhere, oh yeah, he just... Don't give him like a hunting rifle or something. He will get dead on your ass. And everyone here is like boss level. Hate that dude. Oh, I didn't need to do that. I was full health, wasn't I? Okay. Yeah, I make it a point to kill that dude every time I come through here now. Him and his fucking attack dogs. Look at this. Look at the way it looks. God, I wish I had a vanilla screenshot to it's exact same time with the exact same conditions to show next to this. You see how just vastly different it is. You can still see everything back there, but it looks like Fallout used to look, man. Even New Vegas. Even New Vegas. I'll take those. I got about a dozen stealth boys now. Now I'm actually dangerous. I'll take all that. You know, you guys still need to decide what's the... He's always in that building, and he's always with those dogs. And that boss level dog, depending on what your damage resistance is, will tear your ass up. Fast. Like, no joke kind of fast. Wouldn't you expect there to be a magazine on this rack right here? Since there's really nothing else here. Except those gunners right there. She got up fast, didn't she? Check this out. Ooh, up close and personal. Ooh, that was nasty. I almost want to bring her back to life so I can apologize, then kill her again. Hey, can we make that a thing? Can we make that a saying? I almost want to bring him back to life to apologize for doing him so bad, then kill him again. Oh, that's just... That's a nice pistol. That is a nice pistol. I do believe that is the best 10mm pistol, auto 10mm pistol you can get right there. I believe it is. Man, that's a nice pistol.
This checkpoint has been designated as a safe house in case of enemy invasion, and is currently stocked with additional food, water, and ammunition.
Nice.
This safe house is for military personnel only. Citizens, including non-military family members, will be turned away from...
Why am I taking rads? Oh, because of the rad storm that's going on. See the lightning and stuff outside? I don't have like true storms downloaded, so if you ever see lightning outside, it's radiation storm doing that. And I guess every gunner facility gives you ballistics magazines, because it's the gunner place where you get the ballistics weapons bobblehead, right? The small guns, isn't that a gunner base? And then, trying to think. Where else I found the guns and bullets magazines? So this is going to even get better. Remember, when I get rid of Deacon, I'll be damn near undetectable. That means you can get into a mob of people and just take them out with one salvo of your shotgun. Okay, he can't even see me. That rank 4 of sneak, I don't believe you need rank 5. I've never gotten rank 5 for myself. Oh shit. Can't. I'm not getting any hits. It just stole all my damage. Those were 88% chances to hit. There's no way I could have missed all 4 of them. Not possible. Not possible. Not possible. Game just completely bugged out right there. It's getting kind of old. It bugging out most of the time now. All right, see, like here, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. That should do it. Any reason not to? Completely bugged. Completely. See, earlier today, when I was streaming earlier, I'd have just thrown my controller down, turn this shit off, and just, I don't know, gone and done something. Yeah. That's complete bullshit. That'll get you killed. It almost did get me. I probably should have died. Well, that should never happened. But since that happened, I probably should have died right there. Probably should have died. Nice. This is my favorite settlement area in the game. I was kind of crushed when you couldn't build here, but I kind of understand why, because it's huge. But I you know what? I probably wouldn't do anything to it. I would add people, and I would add some furnishings and stuff. Look, a fucking Brahmin stable, little basketball court, and all kinds of little, like, lean-tos and shacks, little generator house here. I got ideas for building from this place. This is done so well. Whoever put this together, they didn't populate it with a bunch of stuff, you know? Like, there's a lot of stuff you could add to it. That's why I always thought this was intended to be as a building spot. Because, all right, you remember the castle gives you a free clinic that you don't have to build. This gives you one of everything. You've literally got one of everything here. You've got a gun shop. You've got a clothes shop. You've got I think you've got a first aid place. You've got little shops all set up in these buildings and stuff, and it's It's a little community. It's a little town, you know? I could totally do something with this. It doesn't require much. It's got some buildings, some lean-tos. Everything's like, oh man, it's all custom and shit. Love this place. Favorite settlement in the game. Favorite one. Well, one of my favorites.
Hostile sensor reading detected.
You won't stay hidden for long.
An enemy may be utilizing stealth. How interesting. Verified.
I'm taking no damage from that bullshit.
Targeting sensors fully operational.
Oh, you're dead. You gonna uppercut somebody? Eat my dick. Get off of here with this rock'em sock'em robot bullshit. Get out of here with that. He did. He went rock'em sock'em robot on me. What the fuck? What was that? Uppercut overhand, I guess? Yeah, but see, they got like all... There's an armor shop. There's a gun shop sitting out here, I think, or something. Yeah, there's a weapon shop right here. You know, they've got everything here. All the workbenches, everything was built in. I really think you were supposed to be able to use this as some kind of settlement. Or inherit it or something. All the cooking benches.
Institute sensors available. I will find you. Following Institute protocol. Eliminating hostile.
Trying to see how many shots it takes to get a critical. For about 7. So each full salvo of VATS should get me a critical. I don't have anything special to fill your critical meter faster. Isn't there some legendary shit you can get that fills your critical meter faster? I'm not talking about perks. I'm talking about actual gear, equipment. Pretty sure there's a gun legendary stat that gives you... I'm almost sure I've read that. If you could find that particular attachment to a shotgun, you'd be set, man. Oh, there's a chemistry bench right there. Like I say, it's got everything here, like everything. Speaking of that. The Lucky upgrade. Okay, Lucky Double Barrel. I believe Lucky is just a simple. I don't think it's just the shotguns. I think it's. But if you could get it to where, I mean, obviously anything's better. But I've got enough VATS to get enough shots off to get a critical every VATS. In other words, if I can get 7 shots off in VATS, I can fill my meter in 7 shots. That's kind of what I was looking for. As long as I've got that, I'm okay. And anything better than that, well, that's great, you know. But no need to invest in special stats to get a specific perk to fill that shit faster. Which takes if I remember right, it takes a pretty heavy luck investment. Pretty heavy. Where's that at on luck? I got a point too. Nice. Speaking of luck, let me go and grab that. It's critical banker. That's just saving hits. That's just action points. Okay, 4-leaf clover. Yeah, you got to have a luck of 9. That's 1, 2. That's 3 more points invested in luck, which I'd have to take from somewhere else. Not worth it to me. Just not worth it. I'll let you hang around here just to be a free viewer. I'll kick you later. Sure, why not?
I'm in.
This is not the time to tell ghost stories.
You're gonna run in. What do you mean play survival mode to get the good stuff? What, like legendary? You'll find more legendary enemies on very hard than you will survival. At least as many, but probably more. Remember, legendary enemies spawn based on your difficulty level. Very hard is considered a higher difficulty level than survival. Now, old survival mode was very, very hard. It was very hard with more legendaries. New survival mode isn't that. New survival mode is easier mode with a bunch of annoying bullshit thrown in there. Yeah, you know what? I can't say anything good about it, so I just won't say anything at all. But yeah, there you go. The original survival mode, almost every group spawn of enemies. Like if you had Mirelurks around a lake, one of those Mirelurks, at least one, if not 2 or 3, were going to be legendaries. I fought 2 and 3 legendary enemies at the same time in the same spawn. Like 3 legendary raiders. 5 raiders there and 3 of them were legendary. Old survival mode, that's how it was. But it told you that. It said it's going to spawn more legendaries. They're going to hit harder, and they're going to provide more of a challenge, but they're going to give you better stuff so that you can fight more legendaries. That was the idea. And then they erased that mode. That mode no longer exists. They overrode it with this new survival dog shit. Yeah. But very hard, you'll find probably more legendaries. Count the number of legendaries we fought so far. I'm just not using legendary shit, so I haven't saved any of it. But I've probably sold 30 legendary items by now, at least, if not more. So, and I've spent well over half my time over the last few days building. So it's not like I've been out just doing everything. Haven't even explored half the map yet, so. Yeah. Yeah, new survival I've found is pretty thin on legendaries actually, and you'd think they'd spawn more because they hit pretty freaking hard on survival. They do. They get like a double damage boost and then an extra damage boost on top of that. They will one-shot you, you know. Which I don't always find that to be more difficult. I usually find it to be most annoying because you'll run into one and you really don't want what they have. You just want to get away from them because you haven't saved in 4 hours. And you know they're going to get a lucky headshot while they're reloading, aiming at your fucking follower around 2 corners while you're in cover. Or while they're firing at your follower, a Molotov magically comes out of their asshole and finds its way over 3 buildings, around 2 corners, and instead of breaking on anything, it sticks to you like Semtex and kills you. You know, some shit like that. That's always going to happen if you haven't saved in a couple hours. I'm almost thinking that's not difficulty, that's scripted shit. Let's kill the player to make it appear difficult. That's some Dark Souls 2 shit right there. Artificial difficulty, that's what I call it.
I'm through.
You know, this right here, this gun in here, is probably worth giving to Preston if you were going to keep Preston with you as a follower. This, I forget what it's called, this prototype gun. Well, there goes the sneezing again. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's wrong with me.
That's it.
Tactical harden. I need a scoped. Need the scope.
Yes. Got it.
Yeah, this it seems like this is a good thing to give either Preston or Dance. Yeah, I say that. Actually, an upgraded laser rifle do just as good. Unlimited ammo capacity isn't really going to help your followers much. Not really. Never mind. La la. Well, the next time I play this game,
Didn't I see this set in a horror film once?
me and Piper, my character and Piper, are gonna run around in the Easy Girl outfits with nothing but pistols. It'll be a pistol packing mama playthrough. Easy Girl outfits is easily one of the better outfit mods, just for the sheer number of combinations you can make with that. It's a really good mod. But I don't know. I like this body model a little better. I've got CBBE. That mod definitely works better with CBBE. So what's the trap? What's the trap? Is there grenades in here? That's what I really want is grenades. What's the trap? There's no gun attached to anything. Usually it's... Oh, there it is. I see it. Oh, very sneaky. Can I have it? Can I have it? Nope, guess not.
Nice.
That is some precision picking there.
Right on, bro.
appears to be nothing.
Even the synth says must have been the wind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Who ain't dull? I'll say that.
Well, usually you should be able to disarm that, but apparently that one, I couldn't interact with it. Maybe you'd probably look at it at a certain angle and it would let you, but I wasn't fixing to sit there and spend an hour on it. It wasn't that big of a deal, but yeah, I always look for the trap because the trap always gives you good stuff like copper, springs, stuff like that. Copper and springs mainly. There's a magazine in here. I think it's one of the science magazines, though, so I don't really need it, but I always grab it just to say I did. Assuming I can find it.
Nice.
Yeah, science.
That's it. Can't open it from this end.
Fighting again. Great. You know, running away is always an option.
Bitch is gonna run?
Promise.
When did he start doing that? I just need Deacon to stop that shit. There we go. There we go.
We made that look easy.
Because it is easy. Because we're badass, bruh. Take that. Take that. Take those. Take that. Take this. Take that. Take those.
Got it.
Don't mean to make you nervous, but I don't think we're alone.
present.
Now this is a workout. Where'd they go?
Stealth capabilities. Sensor anomaly detected. I recommend overactive sensors. Nothing more.
Something's glitching out in here.
Sweet.
Gotta go, huh? Alright, man. Have a good one. Now, locks all in here. Isn't there an achievement for picking a certain number of locks? I think you could get halfway to that achievement just in this one building by itself.
That's it.
I always enjoy finding whatever ammo type I'm using. Okay, don't need to come in here. Not sure which direction we should be going now. I guess we gotta go up this ramp. Yeah. Okay, so he got up. I'm just stealthy as fuck, aren't I?
Movement I have found you.
Aw, we were having such...
Allow these attacks to continue. Where did you go?
You can chill out on that bullshit.
Left anything useful for us. You might want to wipe the blood off anything you find there.
It's a synth, dude. There is no blood.
I heard something. You almost got away.
Oh. Okay, you got a fucking silenced 10mm, huh? And I got that. I win.
Again.
Calibrated powerful. That's a bad motherfucker, too. Once you hit level 20, man, that's the magic time to start finding all your 10mm upgrades. Basically,
Sweet.
you don't even need gun nut. Just wait. Build your 10mm pistol character and just wait. By the time you're about level 20, you'll find all your upgrades, everything. That gun will carry you into level 200. It's No, I didn't mean to fucking do that. Ah. I'm just looking for locks to pick. I'm not trying to. When
I retire, I am totally gonna set up a maid service. Talk about the...
Gonna try to push me off the ledge, Deacon? Okay. Alright, bitch. He tried. Tried to push me off the ledge. Like, that was his actual motive. Alright, Deacon, I'll remember that. The time will come. One of these days. Clock is ticking on you, Deacon, just so you know. Oh, yes. Yes, doesn't have the range. But once you get free reloads, a full string of VATs with a double barrel, plus whatever critical modifier it's given. See, like right now, every other shot is broken up by that much AP cost of a reload. Once all that's free, I'm getting 8 shots, uninterrupted. Maybe 9 with buffs, uninterrupted. And every 6th or 7th shot gets a free critical. And then with Gun Fu, every, 4th target on and beyond, so if you run into a mob of enemies, is a free critical. Free, one that you don't have to spend. So, in other words, if I got 3 or more enemies, then the 3rd and 4th and 5th enemy beyond just make them the higher ranked ones. So I got like a super mutant, then I got a skirmisher, and I've got a super mutant master or butcher, right? Legendary, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, well, I'm going to get a free critical on him, and I'm probably going to be able to one-shot him with that critical if we're right here. You sneak up on him, and boom, boom, that 3rd one critical, or 4th one critical, whatever. And then any enemy after that, free. And then if you've got a critical stored up, and your first critical doesn't kill him, hit him with 2 back-to-back. If you can't kill anything with 2 criticals, then there's probably something wrong. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, chems just make it better. Totally. Psychojet is usually the only one I really mess with. But, like, if you found a Junkie's double barrel and then just got yourself hooked on, like, everything, you know, you'd be destroying shit with this. I just heard someone's voice, not Deacon's. That was weird. Creepy. What's this? I've never noticed this before. Oh, it's, okay. Cool. It's a stash. Gotcha. Kinda, yeah. It's not a lot different than a melee build. It's really the same thing. Although I think, honestly, the double barrel, I think its range is shorter than the than blitz. Honestly, I think you can blitz farther than you can. Because like the damage goes down dramatically with this gun based on distance, like dramatically. Like 5 feet, you do this huge amount of damage. 6 feet away, half that. 7 feet away, you barely even hurt him. You know, and it's just that ridiculous.
I cleared out some Gen 1s for Randolph's safe house. Randolph is still operating.
Melee with guns. That's basically what it is. So you kind of treat it the same way. So it's fun because everything kind of plays into this.
But Randolph's been dark.
I miss the aim down the sights a little bit because I think the shooting mechanics in the game are worthy of not really fucking with VATs a whole lot. So a VATs build isn't my favorite thing to do. But other than that, it's fun. But VATs is specifically your way to maximize your damage. You're using VATs not to do combat for you, but you're using VATs really to buff your damage. This gun is made for VATs. It's built for VATs.
A response would be appreciated.
We should contact them directly.
That's just too risky. The whole thing could be an Institute trap. So instead, we play it safe and slow. We help them out and buy time to verify they really are our people. Our only communication with Randolph is going to be by dead drop. Check in periodically with Drummer Boy. He coordinates the dead drops for us. Thanks.
I say, come on.
Rebuilding takes time, but we have the men and women to do it.
You from one of those vaults? You got too many teeth to be a scaver.
We're all the synth scouts.
Excuse me.
Glad you're with us.
Okay, you don't have anything else to tell me now, but when I don't want to hear from you, oh, you're all in my face.
Make sure you're never followed here. It's all our asses if you walk.
Where's, there he is.
I was power napping and whammo, it hit me. Got some ideas on how to kit out Deliverer. Make your super badass gun even more, well, more. So check out my stuff.
Well, more.
Show me what you got.
Okay, here's what I got.
Okay, here's what I got. Okay. No shotgun shells, huh? It's because he hasn't re-upped his stuff yet.
Tinker Tom's cooking up something. I hope it goes better than last.
Hey there.
Hey, I got everything you field agent types need. Even a few Tinker Tom specialities.
Not interested.
Aw, man. Later, then.
Oh man. Oh man.
If you need something, take it. That's what it's there for.
All processes are busy.
Pam.
Commencing recurrence analysis using the Brovian method.
Use the back entrance. Too much traffic to the church and we'll burn.
I guess I need to get another Mila set up then, huh?
Can you build me a mansion? Casa del Deacon.
I don't need to breathe underwater. Man, I got a ton of shit on me, don't I? I gotta drop that off somewhere. Corvega. Okay, well, this shouldn't take long. Gotta clear out the... Scooter, oh man, Scooter was awesome. Borderlands, yeah, hell yeah. It got even better in Borderlands 2, in my opinion. Once you got to that main town. Moxie over there in her bar, Scooter in his garage.
Shit!
It's the only downside is you really don't get your damage output with
What the?
aiming down the sights. I mean, you really need VATS for your damage. See the difference? And the one thing I'm not really taking advantage of here. Now, if you wanted to go aim down the sights with this and build your gun differently, it's not going to look as cool because you put the long barrel on it for some accuracy and range. And it's got some, you know, I mean, it's a shotgun, right? But you put a bunch of points into bash, and all of a sudden your gun becomes a melee weapon. So there's an aim down the sights option for it. You're not going to get near the damage you do with a VATS build, but you but your bash is a lot more effective, and so go with the ability. You know, you still go with some agility, but you don't need whatchamacallit anymore. You don't need gun fu anymore. I would personally, like, if I was going to do aim down the sights, which I tried first, and then I realized this gun is designed for VATS. It really is, but it's not necessary because, like, you can take a lot of these points. I would take 2 points out of here. That's 2, and then I would take 3 points out of here. I wouldn't worry about better criticals or any of that, and I would just go for bloody mess once I got the bobblehead, which I've already got the bobblehead here. So you could take 3 points out of here. 2 points out of here, all right, that's 5 points, right? And then throw these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and steal 1 more point from somewhere else, and then you get steady aim, aiming from the hip, right? Hip fire damage, which is the way I went initially, and then I realized this is more of a bash gun too. If you're gonna run and gun with it, aim down the sights, boom, boom, bash, reload, boom, boom, bash, reload, right? That'd be kind of like your combo. And so when you get to where your bash is doing huge damage, I think you get a bonus with the double barrel anyway, using the butt of the gun. It's almost a melee weapon in and of itself. So that's a viable way to play, but it's not near the damage output of just a pure VATS build. If you can really start stacking your criticals and stuff, which we will be.
Where'd that little bitch go? Fucking hide from me? Dead. I can't see. No.
You see what I'm saying? I've one-shotted some few enemies with this at full health too. God damn it. I'm too heavy now. Oh, I was carrying these. I don't need these. I don't even know why I'm carrying them. It just seemed a shame to drop them because they're beautiful guns. I could wreck some shit with those guns. I'm carrying this crap too. Need it.
Disappearing at. Huh?
See, if you just hip firing that, there's really no point in aiming a double barrel. There's no point. You get no advantage. If anything, it fucking blocks your field of view. You just treat it like Halo. You just use your your reticle in the middle and just use that as your aiming point. So take your hip fire bonus, take your bashing bonus, and treat the thing as, I don't know, like a fucking, I don't know, like a battle axe with a gun built into the haft, you know? Something like that. Fun way to play too. It might even be more fun. But what I'm doing is I'm trying to squeeze damage out of it. So this dude shot at me one too many times. I'm gonna go kick his ass. You know your ass is about to be kicked here in about 20 seconds. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Oh, maybe quicker than 8. Nice. Yeah, so that would have been the other way to go. I was kind of the thing that drew me to this in particular, and it was really a sacrifice to make. Now I could have both, but there wouldn't be any point if you're concentrating on VATS. You can't bash in VATS. Now if you could use VATS as a bash, that might be a different thing. I don't know if Blitz counts towards the ranged weapon in your hand. Now if Blitz works with your gun and you get, but I don't think Blitz and bash are the same thing. I don't believe so. So now if that was a thing, that almost sounds like an exploit. That would be something to look into, but I don't think it works like that. But anyway, sacrificing a lot of the VAT stuff and then going specifically for hip fire, because see the third rank of hip fire means that your hip fire damage is improved. So that raises the gun damage. But here's what you lose from VATS. You lose this right here, the second rank of awareness, 5% damage buff right there. And increased hit chance, which you need if you're using VATS, especially with the shotgun, right? So you got that. You got a 5% there. You've got your 100% here, plus you ignore, the last 2 ranks allow you to ignore, actually the last, 3? Oh, all 4 ranks do that. Nice, they just go up by 5%. I see. Anyway, so you keep ignoring more and more armor, which means you're doing more damage. So you got 5% here, 30% armor ignore, 15% towards the opposite sex here, 25% more damage when you're by yourself, plus taking much less damage. That's huge. And then the 25 more action points. You wouldn't need that if you were going aim down the sights, if you were just running and gunning with your double barrel shotgun, which would be fun. But this, it's a whole different thing. 25 more action points here, and 10 more free action points there, plus whatever you put in your gear, whatever food you've got and chems that you're using, and you stack all that together. You're talking about getting a bunch of extra shots. Once you start getting those shots, you start pulling off more criticals. And I don't even have my 2.5 time critical damage modifier, which kind of compensates for the lack of Mr. Sandman, which you obviously don't have on a double barrel because you can't have a silencer. So you don't get that, but that's just for sneak attack. That's great with a pistol. In fact, that's what makes a 10mm really sing. But since that doesn't apply, it overcompensates with better criticals because if you've built your shotgun into criticals. So what you do is you shorten the barrel to where you have no range, no accuracy, right? Which increases it increases your critical damage. And then calibrated receiver or the advanced receiver. I'm still kind of up in the air on that. I think the calibrated is probably the better way to go. Especially the higher level we get, I think we'll probably go back towards calibrated, which means an even higher critical damage bonus. And then this at least counts on your first or second shot. Probably the first 2 barrels. Anything after that, you probably don't get sneak attack. But when you're dealing with like a boss raider or something, you could probably one-shot him with that. And you've got another 15% here, bonus damage. So it's a VATS weapon. It's definitely a VATS weapon. Like I say, it's not that you can't run and gun with it, but for damage-wise, it's a VATS weapon. It's probably, I think this is the strongest weapon in the game. Base DPS-wise, I think it's stronger than a plasma rifle. I think it is. Once you factor in critical modifiers and all that. But you have to be doing sneak attacks and criticals with the thing. And you have to be right up on somebody. That's the downside. Well, Gold Saint, I don't think that's the case.
You need to hit the dead drops. Randolph's got a message for you.
Hey.
Hey, you placed another one of my babies. Bring in that yummy data. I know another building that could use a Mila. Or we could just do some shopping.
Let's see what you got.
You got it.
That works for me. Sending me back there again? Well, shit. That's easy enough. I can laugh in the face of this game now because I've got the mod where I don't have to go into DLC areas for Radiant Quest. This bullshit. That means Scribe Harlan or whatever her name is can't send me off to fucking Nuka World to go find her a plasma recycler generator, whatever the fuck, some meaningless ass bullshit. Go find one piece of tech in the whole Commonwealth that's worth risking your life because Radiant Quest XP. Clear hostiles at the Super Duper Mart? Really? I've never... Super Duper Mart? Super Duper Mart. Oh, okay. It's just something that Bethesda never bothered to mess with. They just assumed, right? Even if it's a DLC that you technically can't even go to yet because it's not level related and you couldn't possibly know anything about, how can the railroad send you to Far Harbor that they don't know exists? It's a lore breaking, story breaking, game breaking oversight that they never bothered to fix because fuck you, they got your money anyway. Don't even try to tell me it's anything but that, specifically that. That's what it is. What is that? That's exactly what it is, right there. I've got this active. Why is it not sending me here? That's the problem. Like, it's not technically sending me anywhere. Isn't there another Super Duper Mart somewhere? Isn't there one more? I know I've seen another Super Duper Mart in the game world somewhere. I know I have. But I don't know if you can explore it. I just remember seeing it. Oh, it's in the glowing sea. You can sort of go in the parking lot, I think, but nah, never mind. I guess they can troll me and say, well, it's technically still in the Commonwealth, but you gotta go out all the way out to the glowing sea now. I guess they could do that. Okay, I'll clear this place out again. I actually enjoy clearing this place out.
Let me get my list out. Bread, eggs, and cilantro. You can never have enough cilantro.
Bread, eggs, and cilantro. Alright. I've never been in here with Deacon before. I didn't know he had special dialogue for this place. That's actually kind of cool.
Time to earn our paychecks.
Yeah. Fallout 3, man. That was the first place I really remember. Not Vault 101, not really even Megaton, but Super Duper Mart. That was the first place I went out to really start getting creeped out. Go in there and it's all kind of quiet. You can sort of hear the hum of the generators in the background, but that's about it. And it was just creepy. Creepy as fuck, right? Or I thought it was. My very first time going there, I'm like, man, this is cool. This is what it would be like after the bombs fell. That was the sense that I got from it. That was the sense I got from it. Very first time I ever went there. I want to say the Super Duper Mart, Evergreen Mills, Rivet City.
Yes.
I even liked the cemetery. Thought the cemetery was really cool. Arlington Cemetery. I thought that was kind of neat. Oh, that's who that was. Okay. Apparently he had already jumped the fence. Oh, I guess all the ambushes, the ghouls are already here now, because it's not a surprise anymore. They're already triggered. All the ghouls are triggered in Super Duper Mart because of what we did to them last time. They're all triggered. You know what's sad is if this is a substitute for a Radiant quest that I know, because normally the second or third Augusta safe house will send me to a DLC area. If this is a replacement for the DLC area, like it was going to, but it couldn't, the reason I'm not getting a quest marker is this may not count, and I may never be able to finish this. We'll find out. If I kill the last ghoul and it gives me an update and says, hey,
that's it.
It's not holding my hand with a quest marker, but as long as it lets me finish it, I just got to make sure I kill every ghoul in this place. That's the problem, because they like to spawn behind you with certain checkpoints. Yeah, they're already all just spawned.
That wasn't... Seems really terrible.
It's The Walking Dead, man. Oh, shit. Yeah, thanks for giving me a second shot at that. That was embarrassing.
worth a fair amount of loot.
There's another time to talk about that, Deacon.
This is downright creepy.
Are they all dead? Huh. That's weird. Not supposed to be. I mean, everything else is reset in the game.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, HD, totally. That's totally my excuse. I was expecting them to move, so I hit them where I thought they would be. That's what it was. That's totally what it was right there. Okay, that's weird.
Do a lot of that. Winning, that is.
Okay, so you don't want to come back in here down in this corner because it's glitched. The enemies are there but aren't there and are supposed to spawn but can't spawn, then do spawn, and then just appear out of nowhere, and then there's supposed to be an enemy that comes in here. Okay, I know we got 2 ghouls in the basement. I'm just worried about them spawning like they're supposed to. They're not spawning like they do.
We got thunder. Now that's just annoying. We win. Again.
Yeah, there's 2 in the basement, but at what point have you cleared everything up here? Like, too many spawn points.
Got it.
I wonder if you... No, you wouldn't need to activate the robot, I wouldn't think.
Nice.
Powering up. Protectron on duty.
Let me make sure all this is clear. Looks like it. Nobody's detecting me. All the ghouls are dead back here so far. That's the best I can do. There's 2 ghouls down here. Now, if the quest updates, the only thing that means is when it replaces one of the bullshit Radiant DLC quests with a Radiant in the Commonwealth, it just doesn't give you a map marker with it. I'm guessing that's what's going on here.
We've been making the rounds, doing the job. It's time you learn the big secret. Everyone thinks that Desdemona is the big boss. She calls the ops, gives the rah-rah speeches, but it's just an act. She does what I tell her to because the railroad, It's my show. It's been that way since I founded it.
You founded the railroad.
Sure. Me and Johnny D and Watts. Hell, that was over 60, 70 years ago. After a while, you lose count. I tell everyone I get the occasional face change to stay anonymous. Truth is, it takes a lot of work to keep this mug handsome. We've come a long way since the beginning. We've done a lot of good, saved a lot of synths. But we're about more than that. We are the last and only line of defense between the Institute and the Commonwealth. Hell, maybe even the world.
You've lied to me at least once. This is just more of the same.
Am I? Doesn't it make things make a little bit more sense? There's a lot of secrets in the railroad. People think our missions are all about synths, but there's more going on. We are building a better, brighter Commonwealth. The railroad really is the best, noblest organization that's ever lived. I can't keep up with this bullshit.
Why the hell are you lying to me? Again?
Because it's what I do. And there's a point to this, a lesson, if you will. There's other organizations out there, and in time, I'm sure they're going to spoon-feed you their own patented form of bullshit. Ignore the verbiage and look at what they're doing, what they're asking you to do. What sort of world...
That's the best thing. It shows you the Brotherhood of Steel and the Institute are evil as fuck. Just look at what they're doing and what they're asking you to do. Fuck what they say and what they claim to be about and how much they call each other captain and sir and lord and whatever else they call themselves and call each other. All that's just dog shit coming out of a cow's ass.
So here we are, just...
So what's the railroad's deal?
We're not about saving the world. Too big a job for too few. But we're trying to make it a better one. One synth at a time. And care about the little guys. Maybe lend a hand on the side. Not as much as some would like, but hey, it's something. But the real question is, what do you think of us? And at the end of the day, you'll need to make a choice. Make it the right one.
Pretty simple. Well, why don't you do this and you do that? You know what the railroad should say? Why don't you do one motherfucking thing? Well, the railroad, they don't fucking save unicorns and save trees and save this and no, they're doing their fucking job. If you want some of this saved, get up off your pussy and go do it yourself. I'm too busy doing evil shit so that I can judge you for doing good shit. Okay, well then you're the problem, not the railroad. Right? Pretty simple.
I'm ready for it. You're going down. Grr. That's medicine. You're really good at this. Too good.
Problem is the game has broken once again and I'm getting no updates. I don't know if my speech checks are, well, I know my speech checks aren't passing because I'm not getting XP for it. But other than that, no, it's still not clear. No hostiles. Still not done. I don't know that you can clear this. That's a problem. Okay, let's go back inside and see if there's anything that we missed. Got to be one ghoul here somewhere, something. Or this is now broken completely and this mod doesn't work. Because it attempts to make the game not bad and Bethesda won't allow that. The game has to be bad. It has to suck. If you try to fix it, there is a wall. There's something, there's a sabotage in place somewhere, somehow, that keeps you from fixing it. Alright. Got to be a ghoul here somewhere. Oh, I guess there doesn't have to be one, but... Let's see. Anywhere? Just one ghoul somewhere? But don't tell me this is the Super Duper Mart in Far Harbor. Oh, shit. There's a Super Duper Mart in Far Harbor. Sure is. At least I'm pretty sure there. No, that's a bowling alley. No, I think there's a super duper market there too.
Let me get my list out.
No, there's
Bread,
no.
eggs and cilantro. You can never have enough cilantro.
Son of a bitch. No, I guess this mod just breaks it all together. God damn it. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I can't do it. Maybe if I reload the game, you think? So it's still broken. Even with the mod, it's still fucking broken. Like it refuses to not ruin your gameplay. It refuses to not ruin your game experience somehow, any way that it can. And if you fix it, it breaks what you fix. To guarantee. Tell me I'm not seeing this. Like tell me that's not really what it's doing. Please, somebody tell me that's not what it's fucking doing. Sabotaging the shit out of itself to make sure from the tutorial on, guaranteed that any kind of Fallout RPG type experience you would like to have at any point ever, you cannot. You cannot. What's bad, they do more of. What's good, they don't allow you. They break that, interfere with it. Cool cutscene over here that we put in the game to make you laugh. Too bad we got 3 people who won't leave you the fuck alone, sending you off to do absolutely nothing that already ruins the game as it is, to interfere with you, to keep you from getting to experience the game. That happens. I mean, it's this endless fucking list of bullshit this game does to break itself, ruin itself, take you out of any kind of immersion you might even try to have. You have to overlook 80% of the game's content just to try to immerse yourself. And anytime you basically might succeed in that, it's like the game has a sixth sense. It's got some algorithms going on. Well, at this point in the game, we haven't fucked with this player in 5 minutes. We're going to do this to make sure that the player isn't immersed and is completely reminded that any attempted enjoyment of this game is going to be fucking crushed instantly. I'm just saying. I don't know, man. Too much self-sabotage. It's like a dope fiend trying to get straight. That's what this game is like. A dope fiend trying to get straight on his own. Too much self-sabotage. Anytime it starts to go okay, guaranteed. Guaranteed to do something. Why would the railroad send me to a super duper mart across the fucking street? Across the fucking street from the old HQ that they won't let you go anywhere near according to the storyline. But you're worried about some ghouls that have nothing to do with what you're doing in a super duper mart across the street from the old switchboard where we can't even go anymore. Like no thought given to even wear the Radiant Quest. Just pick random area. If it breaks the lore, fuck you. The players can't get a refund on their money anyway. So fuck you. That's really what the game just... It doesn't just say that, it repeats itself to the point that it's like Sam in Andromeda. I'm a piece of shit. If you want to enjoy this, fuck you. I've already got your money. I'm a piece of shit. If you want to enjoy this, fuck you. I already got your money. It's like it's chanting that at you. That's really what it seems like sometimes. Really, and it just... Once you get slapped in the face enough by this game, it's like, wow, okay. Fuck you too, I guess. Like, don't play it, I guess. I don't know, man. Let me see if I can fix this. I don't really know how to fix this. I don't know what I can do. I can't make the quest marker update. I've killed everything. I've done what I'm supposed to do in an area I'm not supposed to be in, apparently. And so I don't know, man. I have no answer for this. Reload didn't fix it. There is no more markers anywhere. This is the only super duper mart you could clear of enemies that I'm aware of. Anyway.
Protect and serve.
Wow. Can't progress the game. At least this part of it. Just can't. Just won't let me. Maybe leaving and something will kick it into... Maybe it'll just surprise me and fix itself. I doubt it. We'll see. I'll go... I don't know, man. So I got a mod to fix it, and they just don't let the mod work. Because it's too much like right, I guess. Too much like right, so can't let that happen. Oh, the players are trying to keep us from trolling them, huh? We'll show them. We'll make this mod not work. Yeah, we'll prove to them that we're gonna fuck them over for their money. Yeah, that's right. Once again. So any attempt to fix it, we'll give them the tools to make mods. But when they put in the mods, when it really comes to making the game better, not gonna let that happen. We're gonna deactivate those mods and disable those mods and make conflicts with those mods. Yeah, make sure that happens. Can't have any improvement whatsoever on this piece of shit that we fucking sabotaged and made a piece of fucking shit on purpose. You know what? Fuck Bethesda, man. Fuck them in their ass. At least this game. Fuck this. I can't even progress it. Like literally, please just don't send me out of the Commonwealth. I don't want to go visit most of your DLCs. And the one I do, I might go there, but I want to have to go back and forth, and I don't want you to ruin the storyline by sending me to Far Harbor from the railroad that according to the fucking lore of the game itself, doesn't know Far Harbor even exists. You have to go tell them about Far Harbor. They can't send you there. Oh, I'm guessing that's where this super duper mart is. And since I have a mod in there that doesn't allow me to be sent out of the Commonwealth, but the game fucking overrode that and did it anyway, now it just doesn't even fucking work. That's my guess. Or, since it put it here, the fucking game is being a little bitch and saying, oh, you finally did figure out a way to make the game somewhat better, huh? Well, I'm just going to disable that shit. You can go do whatever you want, but we're not going to let it count. Because we're not even going to let you progress your game. Haha, that's what you get for trying to make the game better. That's what you get for putting some thought into fucking making a mod that might fix our fucking donkey diarrhea that we made out of this fucking piece of shit. Inexcusable, man. Inexcusable. It's too many goddamn things, and most of them are not little things. Big things, and then a bunch of little things in there too. Way too many fucking cracks. Way too much bad. All packed together to ignore. No, it's inexcusable. It can't even be accidental. But Bethesda can't suck this fucking bad. They can't. Unless it's on purpose. And I still don't. I'm no economist, so I can't sit here and speculate as to what kind of profit they can make from fucking sucking on purpose. I don't get it. There may be something I'm not aware of. I'm clueless. I don't have a degree in sucking on purpose for profit. Maybe that's a thing that you learn in fucking your 7th year of earning your doctorate in eating dick on purpose. Maybe it is. I don't know. You know, I haven't been to that school. So maybe Bethesda, you know, they got, I don't know, 4.0 average in that shit. Maybe so. Because they sure seem to be making money for sucking on purpose. They sure seem to be. I can't turn this in because I have nothing to turn in because it won't update. No, it's showing me wherever I'm at. That's the quest, because it has no map marker to send me to update itself. I tried to fix it, yo, and I can't. And I don't know how to make a mod that never mind. I was gonna say something real derogatory. I don't know how to fix it. And Is there a way to fix? I don't. Is it even worth the effort? I don't. You know, I'm sitting here thinking of something else I can do to try to salvage something, and you shouldn't have to work this hard in any game. It should be just the opposite. You should have a hard time finding things to criticize, making a game easy to defend. Instead, you can't defend this. You can't. There's nothing. No, you can't defend it. It is unjustifiable, man. I wonder if I quit all the way out. Like, and let me see. Let me see if I clear the game's cache. Because, I mean, I'm sitting here mid-stream. And I believe we have to do this just to get Ballistic Weave unlocked. Which I don't need that, technically. I could just go on, but I think it's just the principle of just being shit on again by this that I'm having a hard time overlooking that. No, in fact, I shouldn't even be trying to overlook that. I should acknowledge that for what it is, accept it, and treat the game accordingly. Fuck you, piece of shit. But they already got my money. They already got it. They already got it. Rip off. Rip off. Ganked, janked, and hogged by fucking Bethesda. With their mistitled shit. It's not even a fucking Fallout game. I already launched out from here, though. Let me try to clear the game cache. This is my last attempt. If it doesn't update, then I'm going to go do something else. Can't do this. It's not worth it. This kind of disappointment and frustration is the opposite of what you play a game for. I mean, really. This isn't what it's about. It shouldn't be about this. It doesn't need to be. Every single thing I'm complaining about is completely avoidable. You don't even have to be a good game writer. All you had to do is just follow Bethesda's formula, already set in stone, on how to make a game, and they just didn't at all, just in any way, shape, or form. And any attempt to fix it, any attempt to try to put a little Bethesda back into their game, they fucking cock block it. Everything you try to do. Oh, they appear to be encouraging mods in this shit, but the ones that actually can kind of make a difference, some of them can aesthetically. Sure, there's lots of visual stuff that you can do. I guess they haven't found a way to cock block all of that yet. I guess if they did, then the modding community would completely quit and they really wouldn't make any sales. So as long as they allow you to do most things that don't matter, not really. I mean, true enough, I like certain graphical mods and stuff like that. That's fine. But as far as any substance or quality or quantity to their game, it's just not there. It's just not. Alright, let me try a load. Try it this way. I don't think this is going to work, but it may surprise me. I don't know, Jada, because I haven't gone in there to clear the cache. I think that's what I'm going to do. I wasn't going to play that next. But since we've been so rudely interrupted here, I'm going to assume we're about to quit here in the next 5 minutes. Because I don't think this quest is going to update, and I don't think I need to just get shit on anymore. I don't think I need to just accept that. I could totally overlook it and just ignore it and not mess with that part of the railroad anymore and just go on with something else. But I don't think I want to. I don't think I should. I don't think I should have to. I downloaded a mod specifically to fix that. Bethesda's now pulled its nuts out and fucking jammed them in my face. Teabagging me while I'm standing up. Or sitting up. And I'm supposed to just take it and like it and be mindlessly, okay, tell me what I can do then, Bethesda. I won't try to do that anymore. Forgive me for trying to enjoy your game. I'm not going to play that role. I'm not going to do that. No. I refuse. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to look. I don't see any update. I'm assuming it hasn't. Turn it off and on. It's not there. Like this quest doesn't exist. It exists, but it doesn't exist. In other words, it's in the way. It's cock blocking, but there's no way to get rid of it. So It's like someone super gluing a naked picture of Barack Obama's husband-wife's ass on your fucking sunglasses while you're trying to look at a hot chick and you can't get your sunglasses off your face. It's that fucking bad. I refuse to even try to look around it. The quest does not exist. Quest marker doesn't exist, but we've got it, so the game can't get rid of it, and I can't undo it. You can't refresh the safe house. You can't ask for another quest or another mission from the safe house. That's set in stone. It's unfixable. I don't know how many updates, and I don't know how many years since Fallout 4's release, but this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable because this is anything that doesn't allow you to advance any storyline, whether major or minor storyline, side quest, main quest, doesn't matter. Anything that doesn't allow you to complete that is called game breaking. And it's game breaking with the mod or without the mod. So, oh yeah, it's because you're using the mod. No, it's like that without it too. Some of you guys have run into quest markers that you can't complete without any mods. So, no, this is just the game. And that's just how bad it is. And I'm not going to unsay that. So much for that, man. So much for that. I can't, and even if I could, I will not do any more with that. I don't know if I'll come back to this. I think that's the last straw. Pretty sure that's the last straw here. If I ever come back just to run around to test a mod or something for myself, that's cool, but I will not drag you guys through streaming this shit again. It's been, for the most part, one of the more popular streams. There's twice as many of you guys here as there is when we play some of the other old school type games, like Divinity 2. Hell, it was, when there was 15 of y'all, I thought that was a lot, you know? So, it's popular. I guess just because of the title, because it's supposed to be, because it's recent, or more recent than other games. I'm sorry, but that just doesn't qualify. If that's what everyone's looking for, then I guess my stream and my YouTube channel is just going to have to fail. Because this type of shit right here is... it's not worth playing. It's not worth playing. The more I think about it, the more I had to fucking tweak it and say, I'm not going to use this, and I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to stop this, and I'm going to challenge myself over here, and I'm going to restrict that, and I'm going to completely cut that off, and I won't do that, and I won't do this, just to create some kind of illusion of just an RPG mechanic element to the game. Having to forcibly insert it, like literally taking this big square peg and trying to put it in this round asshole of Fallout 4. It's just having to do all that, and then what little there is in the game is broken over half the time. You know what? I give. Okay, I tried as hard as I could. I spent all of my Bethesda fanboyism built up from Oblivion and Fallout 3. I spent it all on this, and I think I did my part. I think I paid my due. I think I gave it what I had and got shit on in return, and I can't really forgive that. So you know what? Unless the next Elder Scrolls is just a fucking piece of art, I may not even get it. Now, cool thing about Skyrim, if I can get it to stop crashing, I think I know what's making it crash. Like you mentioned, I think I know what's making it crash. I think it's the static mesh improvement mod. That's what I believe it is. Because it's situational the way that it's crashing on me. It's crashing through loading screens. But not in any set place. Loading screens in Windhelm, loading screens in a dungeon, a cave, any given town. After a few loading screens, it just fucking quits. A lot of times it'll hard crash the game and it'll just turn the Xbox off, right? And I'm like, it's random. It's routine. Like I could say, okay, about my 4th or 5th door, I better have a hard save because I'm fixing to, you know, and maybe it's trying to autosave going through these doors, but I can fast travel. I can fast travel without any real problem. Although carriages, which count as a loading screen, will crash it sometimes too. So I crash on carriages, crash on going through doors, sometimes going through a gate. Sometimes, but mostly just going in and out of a building like a tavern or an inn or just any, whatever, one of the keeps, you know. That's normally where it's crashing. And it's doing it about every Sometimes I get lucky and play for about an hour. Go through about 7 or 8 loading screens maybe, but it's gonna crash. It's just gonna go either all the way back to the dashboard or just shut the fucking console off altogether. So it's possible it's trying to, I think it's trying to, it's getting confused. I think it's trying to apply a texture to a mesh that either no longer exists or vice versa. Or it's just trying to do just too many textures. That may be it too. So I'm going to disable that and give it a few test runs and see if that doesn't work. Well, if I can get it to where it only crashes in the common places, like when you're approaching Riverwood the first time, always crashes there. Special edition, it just crashes there. It does something having to do with trying to populate that particular cell, but once it crashes, it won't crash again there. Sometimes it might crash if you go back to the same area coming back, but how often do you go by the standing stones over there? I mean, it's not like you make a daily pilgrimage to fucking Riverwood, to the cave over by Riverwood, or back to Helgen. It's not a big deal. And I can still go back through there without it crashing anyway, but sometimes it will. It'll crash, because sometimes I'll leave Riverwood and go back to that little cave, because there's some early game loot there, some iron to mine, a few bandits to kill, kind of warm up your character, see where you're at, and get Sven killed. It's always good to get Sven or what's-his-face killed there. That's always fun. Rest in peace, Sven. That's something we do. It's almost a tradition on our streams, is to get Sven killed in the bandit cave. So we can get back there without crashing usually. It's just crossing that general area coming from Helgen the first time. It almost always crashes. In fact, I'd say it crashes every time. But it's like, you can literally make a save, go ahead and crash the game on purpose, because you know it's going to, and then just reload that save and walk around like it's cool and it's not a problem. Like and if you go look online, everybody else has the same problem. Not everybody, but it's like when you see enough people have, mentioned it in like the forums and Googled it enough times. You go to Google Skyrim Special Edition crashing outside Whiterun. You get like 500 fucking results instantly. It's a problem, people, you're not the only one. So that's not a big deal. If it's a common thing, that's okay. That's fine. But it's the going in and out every 3rd or 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th door, if I'm lucky, it fucking hard crashing, Mike. There's a problem there. Gotta be well, it doesn't have to be the static mesh improvement mod, but I'm guessing that's what it is. I'm just guessing. Because it's only since the last update. The 4K update is what did it, and 4K, the only thing that does, that I know, that I'm aware of that did, was upgraded the textures and stuff. Now, it could have also updated some of the load distances and lines of sight, like how far can you see, how much detail is in the environment now at a much farther. So if your load distance has been doubled, that means the cells that have to render into where you're at have now essentially doubled. Now stuff has to come into sight with some detail as an object that technically exists at twice the distance, right? So you got twice as much shit loading in. But it still seems to perform well enough like that, no problem. Okay, cool, I can deal with that. But going into a simple building that it's a cell that's only this big, and it crashes. Sometimes. Not every time, about every 4th or 5th time. So I'm assuming is the cache is getting overloaded with a bunch of junk something or another, and once I finally go into that last building that puts it over the top, it just hard crashes. That's what I'm guessing. So why the cache won't clear itself, why that stuff can't get out of there, if it's textures and meshes that it's talking about, the static mesh improvement mod is really one of the only graphic upgrades I've got for environment stuff. I don't have open cities. I don't have anything that adds quest buildings, new cities to the game. I don't really even add new quests to the game. I don't mind playing the game as it is. I just like making it look better, really. That's all there is. And the gameplay. I like new animations and shit with my character, but that doesn't affect really loading screens. Now, if the game locked up where my character always T-posed every time I tried to do like a dodge roll or any one of the special animations I have downloaded, I know that's the problem. And if it crashes my game, I know that's the problem. But that never happens. All my animations and stuff work almost perfectly. Everything works almost flawlessly, almost. Sometimes, you know, my character will get stuck with, like they're holding a weapon, but there's no weapon in their hand. Every blue moon that'll have some small shit. And then all you do is put the weapon away and pull their hand back out and it fixes it. Well, hell, the pit pad gets stuck to my wrist in Fallout 4 sometimes. Put your weapon away and bring it back out again, it's gone. It fixes it. You know, I don't mind that type of stuff. But when it hard crashes your shit on a regular basis, there's a problem. It almost has to be that static mesh improvement mod. It almost has to be. Has anyone been having problems with the anyone been having problems with the unofficial patch since the last update? Like, is that causing problems now? Because it used to be the unofficial patch. The downside was it had a preferred load order that you could fix on PC. You could tell it which what's it called? Oh, there's a word for it. It could tell the game which master files to load in which order. And there was an optimal load order for the DLCs in order. Like you needed, you know, what is it? Hearthfire, then Dawnguard, then, or Dawnguard, then Hearthfire, then Dragonborn. Like you need it in a certain order. And the console, you can't do that. So the unofficial patch basically it wasn't really necessarily creating a conflict there, but it was causing some jumbles. And so sometimes it would create some problems and fix some others. Like it might fix some basic quest shit and some stuff like, you know, spelling in certain words on the dialogue and just little shit. Quest markers so that you can complete some quests that used to glitch out and stuff. That's all fine and dandy. Never really had a whole lot of problems with Skyrim anyway. I never found Skyrim uncompletable. I was always able to complete my quests and do my stuff, so even Blood on the Ice. Blood on the Ice just takes a certain way that you're supposed to finish it. It's not broken, or it's never been broken for me. Although you can get stuck without certain stuff, and I think there's a way that you can do it in a certain order that will lock up the quest. So I'm not saying there's not a glitch there, it's just the way I always did it, never had a problem, and wound up getting everything that you're supposed to get from that quest. But that was a problem quest to some people. So it fixes shit like that. But I was curious if it was creating a lot of stuff also since the last update, because I've never really personally found really a need for it. I've heard it recommended now, but then if that update had fucked up a bunch of shit, if you've got a patch that fixes the game and then the game fucks itself up after the patch, unless you update that patch to cover up all the fuck ups that the game has reintroduced, I don't really see the point. So So no word on the Skyrim update, huh? That seems to be an up in the air type thing. Some people seem to think it's an issue, some people seem to think it's not. I'm thinking with the special edition and all the patching that has been done over the years that overall I would say most of the quests aren't really all that glitched anyway, so it's probably not all that necessary. If I randomly see a dragon flying backwards here and there, okay, well. But, well, let me get out of here because this is dead. This is literally dead. Skyrim. What I have to do here is just kill it. Delete everything. Delete all. Delete it all. Delete it all. Get rid of it. Get rid of it all. Yeah. That update on the 3rd? Well, that seems right. That wasn't the 4K update. That was an update after the 4K update. But it was what they said they fixed was I don't even remember what it was, but I think they made something compatible or something. If I remember reading it, it didn't do anything. Because I tried playing it again after that. I don't remember when, but it's sometime, whatever. It was after that, and it didn't make any difference. So something I have still does that. I guess I'll just not download the static mesh improvement mod. I liked it because it added a lot of detail to the game world. Not so much something you look at directly. You don't run over to every table in the game and say, ooh, look at that little crack in the table. That looks so realistic now. But like in the background, when all the barrels and tables and stuff look much more defined and realistic and cast better shadows and all this type of stuff, it just creates it's just a better visual thing. But if that's the problem, then I'm gonna try it without it, but that means I gotta go re-download all my mods. That takes a while. Guys, I guess I may go experiment a little bit with that. Piddle around with it, see if it works. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I guess I'm going to go mess around with that. See if I can get it working. See if I can keep it from crashing in the same old spots that it's been crashing, type of thing. I may just disable SMIM. Maybe go disable SMIM and just see if I can walk in and out of a door 4 or 5 times. Also, see if I can reduce my load time. My load time going in and out of doors is like 500 times longer. When Special Edition first came out, you could walk through a door and the loading time was about 2 seconds, where it used to be sometimes 10, 15 seconds, 2 seconds. Like everything was loading almost instantly. Something is keeping it from doing that too. If I disable that mod and I'm able to fast load in and out, I could almost guarantee it's probably that mod. So I'll let you guys know. I don't know if I can get it working. Maybe we'll stream some of that tomorrow to make up for not streaming this. Skyrim still seems popular with some of you guys too. I don't mind playing with the mods. With the mod selection that I have, it actually makes it fun. It actually makes it nice to look at, in my opinion. More fun to play, so we'll give that a go. Yeah, we'll give it a go. I'll see. So I'll probably spend the rest of the night and part of tomorrow messing with that. That also means I have to completely... Wow. I have to completely redo an entire outfit set also. From scratch. Okay, well that's going to be fun. All right, so I guess I'll probably see you guys tomorrow or the next day. I'm sorry this didn't work out, but like I say, I think I've gotten my feelings hurt by Fallout 4 for the last time. At least for a long time. If and when I ever forgive it, then okay, but probably not. That one last mod to keep it from doing that one last troll thing, and it just had to do it anyway. Go figure, right? The build worked. I mean, I'll say that loosely, but the build was working. We were just getting to the perks that were really going to start just one-shotting everything. It was probably going to be fun. But, oh well. All right, well, let me get out of here. I'll go try to mess with this. I guess we'll do this next. I got a character I want to play anyway. I want to play an Altmer two-hander. Doesn't really matter what kind of armor we wear. Two-hander's good with clothing with an Altmer because you've got a lot of extra magicka to do things like mage armor and shit like that. But heavy armor is fun because it just looks good. And then light armor, well, it looks, honestly, none of them really make any difference to me. On Legendary, usually anything you get hit by early on, you just die instantly regardless of... You can be wearing a full set of heavy or you can just be butt naked. You die just as fast. Doesn't make any difference. Yeah, it was actually fun in some places. I'm not gonna lie. The gunplay and the gameplay itself was fun. VATS was a little frustrating at times, but whatever. But this just the broken aspects of the game and just the game's unforgiving, set in stone way of making sure that you just don't enjoy it. You know how bad I want to enjoy Fallout 4? Because I know we're not getting another Fallout for another 6-8 years. If we see another one, you know, I'm sure we would, unless Bethesda finally gets what they deserve and fucking crumbles and folds, goes bankrupt. That's what they fucking deserve. But it's going to be a while, you know. So if you're a fan of something, I don't know, I'll almost look back and say I kind of wish Fallout 3 had sucked. So I wouldn't have been so disappointed, but oh well. Oh well. Sad times, man, sad times. But at least we had a little fun with that. So any of you guys who can tolerate Fallout 4 with the vast majority of bullshit that it offers, then I would strongly recommend at least giving the Double Barrel a try. Especially if you're going to make it a VATS build. Although an aim down the sights, run and gun, melee style build seems feasible too. Excuse to put a bunch of points into strength. Anyway, well, let me go mess with this. There's really nothing I can do anyway because just downloading the mods, but I need to go boot up the other PC and I need to take the entire Seraphim clothing outfit set. The one I have on right now is way too skimpy. It's way too skimpy. And it may be causing some of the problems too. It's possible. I can't think of anything that would, but I don't know. Like I said, let me go mess around with it. I'm gonna do some trials and see if I can't get it working. If I can get it working smooth, I don't mind playing that. I haven't really done a full playthrough with Serana and all that, and gone through Dawn Guard with Special Edition to see what the upgraded graphics and everything look like and stuff. Especially when you get it like into the Oblivion plane and. When you go through the caves and you get out into the ice fields and shit where the snow elves are and all that kind of stuff. I hadn't seen that with Special Edition yet. Hell, even Dragonborn. You know, I still haven't been to Dragonborn yet at all. I was done playing the game before the DLC came out. I never bothered with it. I was like, okay, there's another... I basically got the story from the title of the fucking DLC, so I was like, okay, different new enemies to go exercise your overpowered, you can level forever character on. It just didn't interest me, you know. Well, we may even go check that out. I don't know. Depends on how far we get with it. If I can get it to work. If I can't get it to work, then after about, you know, a day of that shit, I'll get frustrated with it and we'll just move to something else. But let me go see if I can make it work. And like I said, it won't be tonight because if I have to redo that clothing outfit set, that's probably gonna take me about 6 hours because I have to reapply bone weights to it. I have to update all the meshes to Special Edition compatible. I have to make sure the ESP Special Edition compatible. I think when he's got a Special Edition version of the Seraphim clothing outfit thing. He's got a Special Edition version of it, but it has no physics applied to it, although I think it's supposed to. It doesn't. And I don't think the ESP and all of the meshes are updated for Special Edition. They don't seem to be. But I think it's kind of like they work for PC, but when you go to convert some of these things to Xbox so that you can get them on Xbox, and if you use just the basic clothing set from Xbox, well, they have no physics. So if you have any kind of physics or any kind of animation or any kind of anything on your character, especially if you got a skeleton, it's no point, because literally every outfit in the game is just solid. It's made of metal and rock, you know. So, me personally, if you've got all the skeletons that give your character more realistic movement, well, there's no point in not having that on at least some of the outfits, at least the cloth outfits. I don't, you know, I'm not trying to make iron and steel boobs bounce type of thing, but in the same token, clothing and stuff should at least move naturally with the character. There's nothing like a full-figured female character walking through the game with her shit just sticking out like two icicles. I mean, it looks kind of ridiculous in my opinion. I'm not a big fan of that, so Anyway, let me go mess around with that. I will see you guys later. I see most of you guys are heading out anyway. I would apologize for the short stream, but I'm going to say this time it's not my fault. Not rage quitting, I'm just disappointed. I'm really kind of disgusted. I really thought the keep the radiance in the Commonwealth mod, I really thought that would work. I didn't see any reported bugs on that mod. And I don't think it's a bug. I really honestly think the way the game is coded, it just restricts you from ever being able to fix it. And we've seen a lot of that in this playthrough, especially you guys have brought up a lot of good points. Voiced protagonist. That prevents you from fixing 80% of the game just in and of itself. Certain other things, the way they're hard-coded. Like, it's a simple adjustment to the ini file just to keep people from giving you radiance in the Commonwealth. So if they can't give you a DLC radiant, sending you off to someplace in Nuka World or Far Harbor, you know, when you're not wanting to go there, there's no reason, and especially when it's story and lore breaking, right? It's a simple adjustment in the ini file just to not do that, you know? Keep radiance in just in one area. Don't include, don't even acknowledge that the DLC exists when you give radiant quests. Keep it within the realm of awareness of whatever faction is giving you that quest. Relatively simple. So if you do that, it just deactivates it altogether and crashes your shit, or breaks your shit. Keeps you from being able to finish the storyline just because out of spite. Like it's just going, fuck you. Yeah, you would have made it right if this would work. We're not going to let it work. Fuck you. That's what the game seems like it's doing. And I'm like, it's so unnecessary. Like, goddamn. You pay your money to have a good time and it just doesn't let you. I don't know. Makes no sense, man. Anyway, let me get out of here. I guess I'll see you guys later. Stop talking and get to work here. Hopefully tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening I'll have all this sewed up and hopefully I can get it working right. Not sure if my existing game save, if I can get a realistic test on if I've got it fixed or not. Because anytime you remove a mod on an existing save, you take a chance on corrupting that save anyway. So I wind up getting it working. We start a whole new character and it goes back to crashing worse than it was before, where it was working just fine with that corrupted save because actually breaking it even worse made it better. And so it's hard to tell. So I don't know, but I'll try. I'll try to get it working. And if I can, then we'll do this. If not, we'll go play something else. I had 3 other games in line. This Skyrim was one of them, but I was going to play it later. But I don't know, kind of on a Fallout 4 kick. Since that's not going to work, we can go play this. I'm kind of in the mood, actually. I'd like to finish up that character we couldn't finish before because of issues. So let me get out of here. I will see you guys later. Have a good, well, shit, it's already after midnight. Okay, well, let's say. I'll try to see you guys tomorrow. If not, have a good one. And I will see you when I see you, and I'm out of